Hello, I'm Paul Smits from Linson Yachts, and today we will see what we need to do when we go on board and when we want to set sail. Now we are at the switch panel. On the switch panel, the main switch panel, I will switch on the main switch to activate the 12-volt system. So this is the main switch. The next one is the fresh water pump, so that we have some water from the water taps and that we can flush the toilets. And the third one is to activate the hot water boiler, so that we have hot water later on. Because we want to start to cruise, we also will switch on the outside steering position. That is this switch, and then the VHF will be switched on. When we are cruising at open waterways where we have some rough weather, higher waves, we absolutely need to make sure that all the escape hatches and all the portholes will be closed. Since we want to take the boat out, we are going to make ready the steering position. First we take off the canopy, and then we need to switch on our chart plotter. And the next step is to switch on the VHF radio by pushing the knob on top of the VHF. To check the oil level from the engine, we take out the oil dipstick, we just clean it, put it back in, wait a few seconds, take it out again, and now we will see the oil level. When the oil level is between minimum and maximum, the oil level is okay. On this side we will find the oil dipstick on the gearbox, so we go check the oil level from the gearbox. The oil dipstick from the gearbox, when we take it out, first we just clean it, then we put it back in. Don't screw it back in, just hang it in, take it out again, and then we will see the oil level between minimum and maximum. If it is in between minimum and maximum, the oil level is okay. Next step is to open up all the seacocks in your engine room. First of all, the seacock for the cooling water from the engine. It's here in front of the engine. Open up this one. That's the water to grease the propeller shaft. And then depending on the options which you have which you have chosen on your boat, for example a generator or an air conditioning, you need to also need to open up those seacocks. We will check the cooling water filter from the engine, because it's very important that the engine has enough cooling water. I have closed the seacock already. I'm going to open up the cooling water filter. Sometimes it's really it just got stuck. Therefore we have this special key. Put the key on it and I can open up the lid. I'll take out the basket. In this case you'll see it's completely clean, so I can put it back on, back in. And then I check that the rubber O-ring is clean. I can eventually put some Vaseline on the O-ring. Now I'm going to put back the lid, and very important, if I need to close the lid, just hand tight, so I can never use, or I never may use, this special key which I use to open it up. And then last but not least, open up your seacock. We have closed the escape hatches, we have checked the engine room, we have checked the oil level, we have checked the water cooling filter. So now we are ready to start the engine. And the next one I'm going to do is look outside if really cooling water is coming out of the exhaust. Engine is running, so we're ready to go. A very important next step is take off your shore power cable. That's what we're going to do now. Shore power cable, I just disconnected it at the shore. Now I need to disconnect the cable at the boat himself. So I just release it, pull the cable out, and very important, close the little cap so that no moisture and dirt can get into the electric contacts. The cable also has this little cap, so I also need to close this little cap on it, also to keep the contacts as clean as possible. Shore power cable is disconnected, and now I'm going to store it in one of the deck boxes. We just came out of the mooring, and now we are going to store the fenders and also the lines. This was it for today. I hope it was interesting. Thank you very much for looking at our film, and see you next time.